Like always, I'm covering the fakery by SpaceX. I mean, it's a complete joke what they're doing, but of course, the mindless zombies, the fanboys of SpaceX are going to buy this garbage without question. They question absolutely nothing that is presented on TV, just like I've shown many times with this quote from former President Richard Nixon. The American people don't believe anything until they see it on television. That's what it all comes down to. And for those that don't understand the whole entire concept of this complete lie, this complete garbage, SpaceX supposedly launches a reusable rocket into space. In doing so, they released the Dragon capsule, satellites, and of course with this supposed last mission that took place, was it 2 days ago, basically resupplying, supposedly, of course, the ISS, which does not exist, and the reusable rocket supposedly comes back down for a landing, just like a pencil. And let's take a look at this footage. It's a complete joke. And before doing so, this is the only vantage point that you're going to get. You're not going to get any other amateur footage. This one shot, of course, by SpaceX released. Let's break this all down here. Let's take a look. As basically this cylinder rocket comes down. I mean, this is... just look at it come through the clouds. What a freaking joke. This cylinder, like a pencil, coming down for this vertical landing. I mean, let's get a close-up look at this garbage. One thing I want to point out, you do not see, basically as it falls out of the sky like a rock, you don't see the use of any type of vertical stabilizer. It's just dropping like a rock. And explain to me, how is this possible? Just by sheer luck, by chance, somehow, this cylinder rocket comes down for a successful landing, supposedly. This is nothing more than fakery, nothing more than CGI garbage. That's all this is. I mean, where's the amateur footage of this supposed landing taking place? Of course, it's not going to be available. Again, all we get is SpaceX and their official so-called release footage. It's a complete insult, a complete joke. Let's take even a closer look at this complete garbage CGI. I mean, it's so easy to fool people. Millions upon millions of zombies, specifically SpaceX fanboys, fall for this. And of course, who heads up this deception? It's Elon Musk, this Mason, as I pointed out many times. Nothing more than a deceiver. Just like everybody else that makes on top of this world stage, deceiving the public. Try to help out and explain to these knuckleheads that do not understand they're being deceived. They just want to worship these frauds and liars. It's all about masonry, like I showed before real quick with Falcon 9. Again, all about the 33 when it comes to Freemasonry. And of course, the knucklehead fanboys of SpaceX, they know nothing about masonry. It's all about deception. Like I pointed out with the 33, the highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, just like in India. With, of course, Freemasonry being a worldwide enterprise with the supposed launch of the PSLV C-37, supposedly launching 104 satellites into space. Give me a break. You're going to fit 104 satellites in this thing? I don't think so. Where are they all going to fit? Not going to fit in this thing. Complete joke how people buy this. And again, the whole entire concept, like I mentioned earlier, with SpaceX Falcon 9. The reason they come with the concept of this name, Falcon, as in it's a con job. And of course, like I stated, all about getting the number 33 fit in with their Masonic deception. Same entire concept with the PSLV C-37 to get your 33. These people don't understand. Again, the masses, the knucklehead fanboys of SpaceX, they know absolutely nothing about Freemasonry. They just watch TV and they believe. Again, just like Richard Nixon stated, the American people don't believe anything until they see it on television. People don't think. They let others think for them. That's the TV. TV is nothing more than mind control. Now, before breaking down the fakery of the latest so-called launch into space by SpaceX to resupply the ISS, I want to break this footage down as I shown before with this launch by SpaceX, the Falcon 9, nothing more than a very expensive firework. Sped up the footage just for the sake of saving time. You're going to believe that this Falcon 9 is actually going to outer space. No wonder why you're deceived. If you really believe the Falcon 9 is going to low Earth orbit, going around the so-called ball of Earth, after watching this footage, you got to start asking some questions. How small is the so-called ball of Earth? As you see here, I'm going to back this up. Look at the angle it's coming down right here. Okay, let me back this up. Okay, so you're launched right here from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's speed it up. What is the distance of this arch to where it starts coming down? Okay, again, supposedly going down and around the ball Earth to make its low Earth orbit before going to space. This is nothing more than, again, expensive firework coming down into the ocean. That's why they launched these rockets by the ocean. You see absolutely nothing. It's disintegrating. Okay, this is not going around the so-called ball Earth. Okay, there you go. There's your hopes and dreams of going into space, going up in thin air. Okay, that's all you have. What they do is, back this up here a little bit. All they do is show this, again, expensive firework being launched and crashing into the ocean. And all they do is they get footage. They edit in footage of them supposedly going to outer space. Clear as day. This is, again, nothing more than a very expensive bottle rocket going into the ocean. Now, let's take a look at this other footage. The official footage. Now, this was amateur footage, of course. You don't get much of it, but here's an example. Now, here's official footage released by SpaceX. I'm going to speed this up. Take a look at the arch, and it comes, again, back straight down. It's not going around the so-called ball Earth into space. It's going straight down. Okay, you see that arch, that angle it's taking. Again, how small is the ball Earth? If it's going to go out at this angle, then all of a sudden it goes down, again, straight down. No way it's going around the so-called ball Earth. Now, I showed these images before. This one photo out of an airplane window over Dubai, the world's tallest building. You see absolutely no curve whatsoever. You see a flat horizon. So people want to, talk about, oh, the Earth is so vast, it's so large. You cannot see the so-called curve of the ball Earth, the so-called curvature. But again, you want to rationalize this? At this angle, again, how small is the curvature of the Earth? You can't have it both ways. Just like I shown before with the skyline over New York City. This is with a standard camera. No curvature. Flat horizon. Okay? Then you get this. Okay, why do you get this? Oh, the so-called, look at, we live on a ball Earth. Here's your proof. Here's your evidence. That's because they use a fisheye lens camera to get the false perspective. This is how you get your false reality. Look at this ball. Look how it's bent and twisted. Just like the flat Earth is bent and twisted to get your false perspective. And again, to get your false reality. It reminds me of this quote by Henry Kissinger. No hero, but speaking the absolute truth. It's not a matter of what is true that counts, but a matter of what is perceived to be true. Now I'm going to break down the SpaceX employees' coverage of their fraudulent launch into space. I mean, these people here, just basically a young cast of characters, these actors. Look at this guy. He looks like a Backstreet Boy reject, just pimping the idea of space. Nothing more than horse, nothing more than sellouts when it all comes down to. Some might say I'm being a bit harsh, but I have no sympathy for these liars. They know they're taking part in deception. So again, absolutely zero sympathy. Let's take a look here at some of this footage. I'm not going to break it all down. Just get to the main point. And as always, I talk about having good discernment, picking apart the details. I'm going to break it all down. First off, notice how overcast, cloudy it is in the sky. Let's watch this garbage launch here. Again, I'll break it all down. Again, pay attention to all the clouds, all the cloud cover. Overcast, raining. Now watch what you're going to see here. Again, this is how they do it. It's all about editing. Just like a movie. They cut from one scene. I'm not saying it's not a real launch, of course. Again, nothing more than expensive firework. Now take a look at what's coming up here. Just in a moment. You're going to get, again, just nothing more than an edit right here coming up.
Be proceeding into kicking over for our initial pitch. That's where Dragon is going to start.
Now take a look here. What happened to all the cloud cover? Look at this. Complete garbage. But again, people don't think. That's why they're so easy to deceive. It's so easy to deceive people. I mean, this is a complete joke. Oh, this is the reason. This is the reason you believe we live on a ball Earth, because this garbage footage that is nothing more than CGI fakery. Give me a break.
Today's launch.
I mean, this is pathetic. People buy this again, hook, line, and sinker. It's on TV, so it must be real. Unbelievable. Now watch this. Again, nothing more than just an edit, like a Hollywood movie.
Now what you are seeing is a view from the inside of the second stage.
You hear all the fanboys and fangirls in the back. Yep, there's all the... Yeah, there's all your cloud cover. Where was it earlier, like I showed? Give me a break.
Stage separation.
Looks like a garbage bag here.
And we have a second stage engine start. You can see the first stage is on its way back for its first maneuver burn.
You gotta show, of course, the angle of the so-called ball Earth.
Or the boost back burn, sorry.
Yeah, goose back.
Meanwhile, the second stage is continuing to perform nominally. It's got a 6-minute burn.
Let me fast forward here to the knuckleheads.
We had a successful main engine cutoff, a successful stage separation, and then a successful second engine start. It was a little cloudy for the Falcon 9 coming off the pad, so we didn't get a great view of it, but it looks like we have a fantastic view of the second stage engine nozzle and the surface of the Earth right now.
Yeah, so you guys probably saw it as we did. I don't know about you, but I got chills seeing the booster fall away.
Got chills watching a movie. That's all you get chills from.
From the engine. And
yeah, she knows it's all garbage. They all know.
Towards Earth and rotating, like, great shot.
And here's your Backstreet Boy reject.
To get back to landing zone 1, there's the boost back burn, which successfully completed. Then there's the re-entry burn, which is to slow us down as we go back through the atmosphere. And then there's the ever-exciting landing burn as we approach landing zone 1.
Yeah, right. Now I'm gonna fast forward here, get to this one point where I saw something that's completely ridiculous. Like everything else with SpaceX. And again, it's about the details that the 99% don't look at. That's why, again, they're easily to see. Take a look at this clown here. Try to pass off like he's getting some type of communication through an earpiece. The problem is, he has no earpiece. Take a look.
The Dragon doesn't just go straight to the International Space Station. It actually slowly approaches over a series of
Watch this.
So we won't actually be getting there today, but once Dragon separates from the International Space Station, it will be slowly executing a series of burn maneuvers, getting it closer and closer. And we actually just got confirmation that we have a good orbit for second stage.
Just got confirmation. Okay, let's take a closer look here at the confirmation through his earpiece. Again, the details. Take a look.
We actually just got confirmation that we have a good orbit for second stage.
And that's wonderful.
I'll take a look. Where's the earpiece? He just got confirmation. He's just reading off a freaking script. This is what a complete insult. If you have a brain in your head, you don't have to believe me, but just start questioning things. Take a look from a neutral perspective. And just take a look at where is the earpiece? Where does confirmation come from? Okay, take a look once again. Where he holds his ear. There's nothing there.
We actually just got confirmation that we have a good orbit for second stage.
More like just confirmation that you're a fraud and a liar. Complete insult. Nothing about SpaceX and all these so-called space missions add up. But again, people don't question these things. You get your overcast sky, and you get this garbage footage. Okay, not a single cloud in the sky. What all boils down to, it all comes down to, is the masses through generation have been deceived by those that own and control this world. People don't like to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. People are born into this world full of nothing but deception, and unfortunately they die not knowing they've been deceived their whole entire lives. Just like this quote I showed before from former German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, every truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Secondly, it's violently opposed. And third, it is regarded as self-evident. You know, hopefully, SpaceX fanboys, NASA fanboys, ISS fanboys that believe in all this garbage that you're being fed, you're going to wake up, stop being played for a fool, and realize what's taking place. Unfortunately, there are going to be those that are going to rage. They're so in love with the lie, they can't get past it. They don't want to admit they've been fooled, they've been bamboozled, they've been tricked into this deception. Too much ego, too much pride. They're not interested in truth. They're interested in preserving their false reality they've been fed, not only from SpaceX, but all the other, fake news stories throughout the years. If you believe the fake news that you've been fed your whole entire life, basically your life is nothing more than a false reality. And again, there are going to be people out there that are going to rage and get upset. And this is for you people out there. Take a look.
It's really mister, you don't understand. Science is your education, you freaking retard, my stupid videos. What you care about sloppy? I don't sloppy videos, you stupid retard videos that you make. Because everybody knows that you can't show this again. You stop showing these things right now.